Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here at the Steel City Gym in Sheffield with my good pal Junaid Bostan. How are you, mate?
I'm all good, mate. How are you?
Very well. This is our first of many. I've done a couple with Andy, but this is our first. Just want to jump straight into that sparring, by the way, because I've just watched you spar Kieran Conway, and that was so entertaining.
Yeah, it was a good spar, good learning round for me. I appreciate him coming down. Obviously, he's up there domestically with the light middleweights. He's fighting JJ Metcalf on the big Liam Smith, Anthony Fowler card. So, yeah, it's good rounds for me, good learning. It's my last spar of this camp, and yeah, it's a good way to end.
Yeah, I mean, you've told me you've been sparring a few pros for this camp, but just in terms of you and Kieran in there, I mean, he looked massive in there. He is big for the weight. Yeah. And I remember we spoke earlier, and I said when I first saw you, and then saw you a year later, I was shocked that you were going to fight at light middle. So fighting someone like Kieran, I suppose you're learning a lot from someone who is physically quite a bit bigger at this stage.
Yeah, obviously, like I said before, physicality is a big thing. Obviously, that's what I'm lacking. I believe ability-wise, I'm there, if not better than all of these. Like, I'm not being shy in saying that. However, professional boxing needs a lot more than just skill. It's physicality, manpower, mind strength, and I ain't really got that yet. I'm lacking it. So obviously when I've got that, I'll be there. But obviously while I'm getting that and developing that, it's good to have these rounds and then show where I'm at.
Yeah, and this round's all in preparation for the debut on September the 10th. Now, how are the nerves?
It's sound, man. I'm flying, I'm excited. Obviously little nerves there, but nothing major. You need nerves. Obviously I'm excited and ready to go. It's getting closer now, and I just want to put on the performance. Obviously Sonny's boxing the day after. This show's a next gen type card, you know what I mean? It's full of the young lads, and obviously it's there to be stole, and I'm going to steal the show, God willing.
Is there much pressure on a debut? Because although you might put pressure on yourself, where you want to go in your career, you want to be a world champion. No one's going to remember really the debut. The public aren't going to go, do you remember Junaid's debut when you're world champion? So is there actual pressure that comes with a debut?
I don't know. Like you want to have a good first impression, don't you? A first impression counts, not just in boxing, but just in general. If you have a good first impression, it lasts. So, yeah, obviously, I want to do well, and I'm planning on doing so.
And obviously, Frank signed a lot of youngsters as well. So the card you're on, I don't know. Perhaps it's an opportunity to stand out because you want to move from those cards to the big cards. You want to be one of sort of the main youngsters that Frank can push. So I don't know. Maybe a pressure to stand out, perhaps.
I am going to be one to stand out, 100%. I'm going to stand out. I've got everything sorted. It's just there for me to perform now. Obviously, I'm going to be a big name. I'm going to make sure of it. Obviously, there's time and effort what needs to go into it, but I believe I've got everything there. I've got the team around me. I've got my parents, grand, everything. Everything's in place. It's just for me now to do so.
I knew you was going to come with that confidence. I knew as soon as I turned the mic on and asked those questions, you were coming with that confidence. And not many young fighters are like that. I don't know. I've interviewed a few young fighters who were quite shy about saying how good they are. You're open about saying you feel like ability-wise you're there. I don't know, that's another... It's kind of quite a big attribute for someone your age, I suppose.
Listen, no point battling it. I can't battle it now, can I? But no, listen, at the end of the day, if you don't have confidence within yourself, always going to have confidence in you. You've got to speak it, you've got to understand it, and you've got to put it into action. There's no point in saying it and then not putting the work into it. I've put the work into it now. Like, for the first time, I've put work into it, and I've got the team around me to do so. It's just the first step in the ladder, and I'm going to make sure it's a good one.
And how much fun have you had doing the sort of pro stuff, like even picking the fight kit? I know you've probably got your ring music in the back of your head as well. Just doing the stuff that you would never do as an amateur, just that sort of added little bonus bits.
Yeah, it's good, you know. I've enjoyed it. Like, I've not picked my entrance music yet. Every other song's got F in this, F in that, and this and that. So I ain't gonna be able to half of the songs what I like. I ain't gonna be able to come out with them. But other than that, yeah, the fight shorts, everything. I've enjoyed it. It's good. It's good deciding what you want, and obviously, I think a lot of people enjoy it. What I'm gonna come out with my shorts. It will be a good week, 100%. I'm gonna start it off, get a win, and then someone's gonna do the same. End of the day, it's really good to be fair. Like, I'm having my first fight. Sonny's having his first defence. Can't go wrong, can you? It's a really good. Like, we started the gym together basically. He started just a few weeks or a month or so before I did, so we've been together all the way through, and it's been good seeing his process. And if anything, it's just shown me what I have to do. Same with Dalton, same with John. It's good.
Yeah, because you look at the names in the gym now, and even when I first started at IFL, Dalton was just starting out, Charlie was world champion, and Sonny was just getting into the European belts. Yeah. So even 2 years down the line, there's been massive progression. And I suppose in another 2 years, you probably know people who are going to turn pro. And this gym's going to keep feeding people through.
Yeah. young talent, a lot of young talent coming through. I'm the youngest as of now, pro-wise, and obviously, I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do what they've done, but if not better in fact, yeah. At the end of the day, we're going to develop and we're all going to get better with each other, so yeah.
Is there a little competition between you and Sonny who can look the best?
There's always
That means yes.
there. There's always competition there, but at the end of the day, I want him to do well, as he wants me to do well. So it's not envy or jealousy there, especially not on my side or his side. It's just that friendly competition. You want to do well. I want him to do well. End of the day, it would be on a downer for me if he didn't do well, because you've been camp. Like I've done all these camps with him. I've done Dalton's camps. So for them not to do well, it's a downer on you.
Well, it could be a massive weekend for the gym, like I said. Fingers crossed it all goes well, and fingers crossed you get some enjoyment out of it as well, because as much as there will be nerves in yourself, you do want to enjoy it and soak it up, because I know the first time under the big boy lights, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing I've been told of a lot of people, all the lads in the gym. Aki Fiaz, I was speaking to him the other week, everyone's saying just enjoy it. Enjoy your pro debut, make the most of it, and that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to settle in and do my job and enjoy it.
Good stuff. We'll look forward to seeing it. And yeah, I've got to say, I'm buzzing for you, mate. I'm buzzing to see the journey start. And I'd said this to you, I'm going to be the first interview after BT when you win a world title, and we're going to put that on the record now.
Hopefully, you got to get there first. That's the whole point. But I hope so. That'll be good. Well, if you've said it now, so we'll have to stick to the word. But I'd like to say thank you to everyone that's been supporting me, with my parents, Grant, the lads in the gym, my sponsors. It's been a very big help, and I can't thank you enough. You've made my life a lot easier, and it's just the first step in the ladder, and I'm going to do everyone proud.